Hi everybody, hello there, assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to Emmy Lookbook. Every drawing has a story, but today I'm not showing you one story, I'm showing you five. Each one completely different, one is bold, one is soft, one is full of chaos, and one is pure calm. Basically, this video is like opening my sketchbook and peeking straight into my mind. And trust me, if you stay till the end, you will realize how even the simplest line on the paper can turn into a whole universe of ideas. Okay, so let me tell you something. Behind every drawing, there's always a hidden story. And today, I'm not just showing you sketches, I'm literally showing you pieces of my imagination. When I made this drawing, I wasn't just thinking about fashion. I was actually thinking about journeys, the kind of journey every woman goes through in her life. The two hijabi models here are not just fashion figures. They are like two reflections of the same woman, two sides of her personality. The one in the darker shades represents her strength, the version of her that faces struggle, challenges, and the weight of the outside world with full confidence. That's why I used black and grey. These colors are not random. Black is always bold and powerful and mysterious, while grey adds that sense of heaviness. It was intentional because sometimes life itself feels heavy. But then there's the second model, dressed in lighter tones. She represents peace, softness, and her inner calm. She's the version that is deeply connected to her faith, her values, and her own quiet moments. White and neutrals are never just light colors. They are like a quiet prayer, a reminder of clarity, simplicity, and hope. Together, these two figures create balance. I hope you all notice that, because in reality, every woman carries both sides within her. The warrior and the dreamer, the bold and the gentle, the side that fights and the side that heals. So for me, this isn't just a fashion sketch, it's almost like a diary page. It's a reminder that modesty is not just about covering, it's about revealing strength, identity, and the beauty of balance. It's about showing that elegance can be powerful and simplicity can be louder than words. Let's move to the next masterpiece. You know what's crazy about this drawing? That I have never liked ballpoint even in writing, but I made this portrait with ballpoint. It started with just random lines, nothing planned. But that's what I love about using a ballpoint pen. You can't erase, you can only commit. And slowly those random lines turn into a face. For me, this isn't just a portrait. It's like a map of emotions. Every stroke of pen feels like a decision. Every shade feels like a memory. The blue here isn't just color, it's silence, the kind of silence where your mind is screaming, but your lips don't say a word. So when you look at this face, don't just see a sketch. See a story of mistakes, decisions, and unspoken thoughts hidden in ink. You see a building here, right? When I was drawing this, I wasn't thinking about architecture. I was thinking about humans. Buildings and people are actually the same. Both need a strong foundation. If the base is weak, no matter how tall or beautiful you build, one storm is enough to break it down. That's why I played with these heavy dark shades on the bottom. It's the strength, the roots, the unshakable ground, and as the structure rises, the lines get lighter, showing growth, dreams, and the part of us that always looks upward. For me, this sketch is like a silent reminder. Don't just build walls around you, build heights within you. Because in the end, the most powerful architecture is not made of stone, it's made of character. When I drew this hijabi girl with her eyes closed, I imagined a moment that every one of us has lived. That split second where the world fades and you retreat inside yourself. Her eyes are closed, not because she's resting, but because she's listening. Listening to her own heartbeat, her faith, her thoughts. The hijab in my drawing is not just cloth. It's drawn like a frame that protects her inner world, her sacred space, her privacy. Notice how her face is shaded softly, almost fragile. where the hijab has darker, stronger strokes. That contrast was intentional. It shows how sometimes the gentlest souls are protected by the strongest shields. For me, this sketch is not about fashion or identity alone. It's about that hidden universe every woman carries behind her silence, a place no noise can enter. This is not a sleeping girl. This is a girl wide awake in her own world. When I tried to sketch Leonardo da Vinci, I wasn't just drawing a face, I was trying to draw a mind. Da Vinci was never just an artist. He was an inventor, a dreamer, a scientist, and a thinker centuries ahead of his time. That's why my strokes here are rough, layered, and untamed. Because genius is never clean, never simple, it's chaotic. It's messy, but somehow it creates beauty out of that chaos. If you look closely, the dark shadows in my drawing symbolize the mystery around him, the things we still don't fully understand about his mind, and the lighter highlights represents the flashes of brilliance that change history forever. This is not just a portrait of a man, it's a portrait of curiosity, imagination, and madness, the three things that made Leonardo da Vinci eternal. When I showed this piece to my BNU interviewer, he really liked it. He once said something that stuck with me. He said, Leonardo himself took years to complete the Mona Lisa. If this took you time, it only makes it more authentic. And honestly, that's the beauty of the art. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is that the story behind every stroke feels eternal. So that was just a glimpse of the stories behind my drawings. For me, art is never just about lines and shades. It's about the emotions, the struggles, and the little details that make each piece alive. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. And trust me, the next information I will share has an even crazy story behind it. You don't want to miss that, right? Until then, keep looking at the world with an artist's eye, because beauty is always hiding in the details.